chapter.
I'm gonna say this first. Oda makes us look like a fool every time we predict shit, bro. Like, when I'm reading this and I'm like, this all makes so much sense. Why didn't I think about this? Because I'm like, of course he runs out of Gear 4, because he did that against
we try to be big
Doflamingo, and he
brain.
did that against Big Mom, and that makes so much sense. Of course he has that time limit. We've seen that. And it's like, of course there's a hybrid Zoan form for Kaido. We've seen that for other niggas, and the Zoan's the strongest form, but it's a hybrid.
I didn't know they was gonna whip it out. I
But it
didn't
makes
think they was
sense,
gonna
and
whip
I'm
it
like,
out
why did
so
I never
soon.
think about
I
it?
didn't know they was gonna whip it out so soon. Cause like Hikey, I was sitting here like, all right, he hit this fucking crazy ass Gatling. Big Mom's looking a little scared, but I bet you this nigga Kaido was fine. And he was. He got up and he made a fucking like hurricane. You know what I mean? So I was a little bit like, all right, they're gonna have to come up with something else or something. Like Kaido's probably gonna be like, oh, it hurt a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it hurt, it did, but he's not gonna go down or nothing. That shit was that hybrid form was a shock to me, bro. Because I don't even think he needs it right now. I think now he's just trying to fuck with him.
I think he does,
like,
bro.
All right, that was cute. That was
Dragon
cute.
is a huge target. He needs it. He needs it.
Didn't think he needed it.
I thought he'd go back into human form, but I guess he
think
really
he
feels
needed
the
it
pressure.
either, right?
No, I think he needed at least to go back to his human form, bro. That dragon's a huge target, bro. Like, they all can just wail on a giant dragon.
I thought there was like tiers to the zones, right? I thought it went like, your regular like human form, then your like transform form, and then your hybrid form in terms of strength. Like that's how you get stronger.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, he should have been stronger than normal, like in the dragon form. And if that wasn't enough, like, I'm a hype him up, I'm a gas him and say like, yo, like those hits from Luffy did the job. He was like, all right, damn, I'm kind of getting my ass whooped right now. Let me let me go.
It must be the case, bro, because like the hybrid form is about to be something crazy, dude. They're fucked. They are fucked that he whipped that shit out so soon.
I know, and I guess we'll save this for like when we talk about what's gonna happen. But bro, he's gonna use all the same powers in hybrid form. Imagine him doing like a Boro breath while in hybrid form, bro, and he's just standing there beaming niggas.
Imagine,
like, yo, come on.
I just get like achoo and just slicing everybody.
Like Luffy already can't dodge the Thunder Bagua. Imagine it in hybrid form.
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
How is anybody else dodging?
That's what I'm saying.
Like I'm trying to think like good scenes. Like, okay, Ryan, I know you got a good laugh out of when Killer was like, not Killer, when Kid was like, yo, Killer, come on, let's go finish off Kaido right now. My first thought was like, what are you gonna go do? Like he's down, but like you kind of wasted your time.
Yeah, real talk. I was like, all right, kid, that's right. Be on the move. Go over to the move.
Next panel, literally the next like maybe he's been flying.
Come on, man, he has something up his sleeve. He has to. There's like some sort of hidden potential that we haven't seen yet. I feel it.
He got more. He got.
I'm always advocating for Kid. Like he's really got to step up. Him and Law both. Like they got to have something hidden in the tank. But it was just hilarious.
I'm telling you. This nigga Law's gotta whip out the fucking personality surgery, bro. He's gonna be like, all right, we need something. He's gonna swap their hearts. Big Mom's gonna be in Kaido's body, like, what do I do? It's gonna give him a second to regroup.
That'd be really funny.
They gotta whip out all the stops, and that would be hella funny. Because normally we don't see. I feel like we don't get a crazy amount of humor from like the antagonist so much, like. I thought it was kind of funny that Doflamingo deadass started laughing when he saw Luffy in Gear 4th. Like he was just like, "Yo, this is fucking funny." Like that was kind of cool. I feel like the Yonkos are such personalities. You know what I mean? Compared to like the other villains, like everyone else had their own like vibes and shit like that. But I feel like Yonko, Big Mom, and Kaido really got their fucking personalities fleshed out a lot. I feel like that'd be kind of cool.
It even showed in this chapter with Big Mom's attitude. Like, and Kaido's too at the end, they're both like very pleased.
I mean, nobody fights them on their levels. So it's like, yo, y'all are pretty strong. Like, I respect this. Like, this is a great fight. And Kaido a couple chapters like, yo, y'all are monsters. This is great. He's like, y'all are little monsters. I love this. Like, I think they just want, even at the end of this chapter, it's like, yo, this is mad fun. He's like, yo, this is mad fun. Ain't nobody challenged us like this. And they're both like, yeah, it's been a while since we've been challenged like this. And
they are landing good hits, like Luffy, with the blows to Kaido right at the beginning. Law with the counter shock. Who else got a hit in?
I'm so
Zoro,
surprised
of course.
they remembered Counter Shock after all these years. We'll bring it back now. It's time. And I'm like,
yo, for
thank
real.
God.
Because Law doesn't have a lot of offensive moves. He really just has Gamma Knife and
Radio Knife.
Counter Shock.
Radio
And
Knife too.
Radio Knife is lit too. I don't really know what the difference was.
What else do you really need? Like,
I mean, that's true.
I mean, Luffy has different attacks in different situations because he has to like change it up. But in Lost case, it's like all I gotta do is hit you with this, and that's it. Like, it doesn't really matter what's going on. Like, if I hit you with this,
bro. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I will say, I guess my biggest takeaway from this chapter, it seems like they're bigger underdogs than we think, and that this is gonna be really harder to actually win this war.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, even CP0s, they're wild outnumbered. It's 27,000 of these niggas and 5,000 on their side. So I feel like it's gonna have to get worse. Something bad has to happen before.
And he foreshadowed. He was just like, "Listen, yo, if they can't hang with these executives, it's over for y'all. Because if those executives get to the roof, it's over."
Mm-hmm.
That's like every arc. I feel like every arc's like, yo, we have to win every single time, otherwise they will wipe us out.
Honestly, like
even in Alabasta, I was just watching, and they were like, yo, if we lost any one of those, they would have came down and destroyed everybody. Like, there's nothing they could do. We had to win every time. Like, I guess I haven't seen a time where somebody lost.
Mr. Zero and Mr. One, that would have been an L, bro. That would have been a big L for this man. You wouldn't have been able to beat him.
I really appreciated the top-down view of the board. I don't know what game that was.
It's like Go. It's Go.
Yeah, Go. Yeah. It's not Shogi. I know that much, but just seeing visually how outnumbered they are, because like if you think about the past few chapters and the way this arc has been going so far since they invaded Onigashima, like they're doing pretty well, right? Like they've mostly been winning. Like the ice disease set them back a little bit and they got split up, but they've been making progress. In this chapter, like you said earlier, like Oda went out of his way to like make the point, like, wait a minute, no, guys, like it looks like things are going well right now, but like remember, they're super outnumbered, and Kaido's not even serious, and all the Straw Hats have to win their fight to like pull this off.
That's the thing, though. They don't really show the mass amount of people. It never looks like they're super outnumbered in the panels, I guess. It never really seems that way, but I guess they're plowing their way through. But this is like the best representation. We're like, yo, this is actually like pretty low odds. And like I know people are like, yo, it's gonna be a 5-act structure for this thing, and that could be right if this is gonna be this difficult. Because I kind of thought they'd win now, but I'm like, no, it doesn't seem like it. It's gonna take a lot longer.
It's kind of crazy too, because like in most other arcs, like Fishman Island, it was just kind of like, all right, there's like 4 niggas that can really, provide a fight to anybody on the Straw Hat crew. Everyone else is just fodder. Like most of the time when they're in these situations, like even if they have some allies or some shit, like the Straw Hats are able to just take out like hundreds of people at a time by themselves. But this time niggas are all occupied, bro. So all the rest of the fodder just has to fuck with the fodder. So that's not good. That's not good because the fodder is outnumbered.
I will say this though. This is the only explanation I thought of. I was like, if this is the only way they can really win is if the Grand Fleet comes through. That's the only thing that makes sense. I was like, they already have a fleet full of people from Dressrosa who are waiting for this man to go on the signal. So technically, that's the only way they can be close to evening the odds.
Okay, so Oda hinted at like a war coming up that was gonna be like make Marineford look like it was fucking,
it might be this.
Some shit at the playground type shit. You think he whip it out so soon?
Bartolomeo come through, Hydrogen come through.
We're not gonna get. The thing is, we're not gonna get like another big ass war again. I don't think.
I don't know.
A war bigger than this? A war bigger than this after this shit?
You think they'll make it smaller after that? It's like, yo, just a couple of crews and just do that with like Blackbeard and Shanks. Like, I don't know. I think there's more to come.
I don't know. I feel like this would be early for them to whip that shit out.
Well, if this is not the big war, what would you describe this as? Like this is kind of on Marineford tier in terms of how many people are out there, how many big names are fighting right now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Just missing the Marines, I guess, and I think they're the one thing. But they don't seem like they're coming to Wano anytime soon. Like Kaido's like, nah, we can't do this. Like we're not affiliated with this country. We cannot come through to Wano.
First of all, what is CP0's like ultimate motive here? What are they about to do when everybody's just sitting here like, all right, the fight's over? What are they about to do?
I was thinking that, like, how are they planning on getting out of here? Like, no matter who wins, they're not gonna. Well, I guess Kaido will be fine with it. Like, he's let them be there in the first place, presumably, right? Like, but still, you're right. I don't know what their end goal is.
I mean, like, I would imagine they're all pretty Brock. So if they're all,
I don't think they care. I don't think they care if they're representatives of the government. And they said this in the chapter. It's like, yo, if y'all annihilate each other, then good. Like, that's great for us. Like, we are with the Celestial Dragons. This is great if all y'all die. Like, I think that's the goal. Just watching it. It's like trying to watch what's going on. And hopefully they all die, in their opinion.
Yeah, because I guess, who was it?
Because they could just take out the scraps when it's over.
When Akainu talked to the Gorosei and they were just like, we left this whole fucking thing up to CP0. Like, I guess, they're just like some of these fucking admirals. Like, Kizaru and Kuzan sometimes will just be like, you know what? In this case, less is more. Like, that's how some of these fucking officials operate, man.
Yeah, the less pirates
they're just like, I am here to pick... They're just like, I am here to pick the best option possible for the people. They rolled up and they were just like, straight. I'll stand by in case the situation changes a little bit.
But like getting back to the chapter, you touched on this earlier, but like Luffy has got to do something about this time limit, like in Gear 4, or he's got to like be that selfish. Like I didn't really think about it that way at first. Like it's crazy that he like still did this, knowing this was going to happen eventually. Like I was kind of almost expecting a little bit that he had gotten over the time limit and he could like meter it or something.
I thought so too, because he rolled up on after the panel with him, Law, and Kid. They all rolled up onto the ship to go fuck up those guys after that scene where he was like, on the sea you fight against pirates, like that dope scene. And he came out in Gear 4th and just kind of fucked some people up and just like, they didn't really show the time limit ending, so I kind of thought he got over it too.
It did feel like he was in Gear 4 for a long time. But I guess like the span of the last couple of chapters from 1,000 and now has just been 10 minutes basically. That's basically what we've seen.
Yeah,
they've just been throwing hands, and then of course Zoro has to come save him, which, of course he will, and good on him. But like, what are they gonna do? Like, I mean, I guess that's for the second half of the conversation, but it's just like, I don't know.
I mean, I think when Luffy goes Gear 4 next, it's gonna be the end. I think when he gets less, he's not gonna go into Gear 4 2 more times. It's gonna be the last time we see him in Gear 4 in this arc. Like,
yo, let me tell y'all my greatest reaction to this whole chapter. Cause this shit, when I sat back and thought about it, I just sat here and just stared out the window for a couple minutes. This nigga Kaido is out here taking so many fucking hits, bro. Dealing with so many niggas, so many real niggas coming after him right now, bro. And Big Mom is there, and Big Mom's still a little bit like, she's excited, but she's a little bit like, oof, we gotta be careful. This nigga, Red Hair Shanks, done took him on by his goddamn self, bro. Took no hits and got his whole squad across the seas to go to Marineford at the drop of a hat. How in the fuck is Luffy about to go from this shit to beating that man? I have no idea.
But aren't we all saying that Kaido is the strongest, at least second strongest? Because I was telling y'all Shanks is up there, and if he could beat Kaido, I'm sure he can hang with Shanks.
How did he leave without a scratch on him, bro? That is ridiculous.
His crew's insane too. His crew's insane. We don't even know how strong Beckman is. We've been saying this, bro. I feel like his crew is a force on amongst no other, bro. I think most of his crew is stronger than most of the Straw Hats, easily. Almost all of them. Like, I'm saying, like, on the highest level an actual crew could have. Like, I'd like to believe he has the strongest crew amongst all the pirates. I would like to believe.
Dude, Yasop is, like, their sniper is a fucking commander, bro. He's, his crew is kind of stupid.
I guess...
I'm trying to think what my biggest chapter was. Just that it, like, I feel like since chapter 1000, it just keeps getting better, honestly. Like, I feel like we're on a good trajectory right now in terms of like the quality of each chapter and how satisfied I am at the end of it.
Yeah.
Like I just want more of it. And, like new chapter next week, thank God.
I told you.
But like it was just.
I thought there was a break. I really thought there was gonna be a break.
I did too. I said it just for motivation.
Myself these days, bro.
I did that for like manifesting it. I didn't believe it.